it's finally out there now. Mm-hmm. What's the feedback been that you've received so far from episode 1?
Well, to be fair, I've had to sort of, even with yourself, not reveal too much. That's just purely because people upstairs in Discovery have just basically said keep as much as possible under wraps, and it would be a nice surprise for a lot of people. Yeah. And I think people who watched it yesterday saw how genuine it was. First of all, that's the important thing.
Yeah.
And like I said to you earlier off camera, I had various meetings to make sure that the programme, along with Warren with me, to make sure that the programme was genuine.
Yeah.
And that's the important thing. We had a list of countries we wanted to go to, and each country we went to, I went through it with a fine comb just to basically make sure that it's legit. And I think episode 1, he has the injury, and that's genuinely happened, that injury. He did it 2 years before actually, and it just we all with that sort of man thing about
not going to get help.
And it was like I said, he got the injury, and he got it before training actually, and then when he started training he stiffened up, and of course then he had to have the surgery that actually happened, and the fight was off for about 2 months. Because the original story was he was going to start in November and fight in April because he had that time off. The injury put it back and gave us a longer time schedule, which is better for me because then I get a longer time to develop with him. But the problem was he had a ridiculous schedule he had to fulfil, which was the filming. Mainly he was in South Africa for 3 months with the Dark Tower. And then after that was Thor, so we had a lot of things to weave round as such, but we managed to do it because a lot of the footage we didn't capture is obviously we did a lot of training, as you can imagine. It wasn't just while we're in Japan we're training heavily, we captured what we could. So I went to various different gyms, and then you saw his conditioning, which he did. And that was mainly, at first I was a bit dubious, thinking come on now. When we discussed it, sat down, it was mainly because Idris, although he looks in good shape, and he is a good shape for his age, fight fitness is different, but he wanted to get himself, his body in condition. So to do various different things, just to sort of shock him, and not hurt him, but just go, look, this is going to happen, you're going to get some bruises and lumps along the way. And this was like a little small opening to sort of for him to realise. And then we did a little bit more training, and of course the final spar, which was great. And that, like I said, it was genuine. He was a bit worried because the guy is a big lump, and he had 13 pro fights, and he was taking a piss out of him. And then he just started to get some shots back. His temper got through actually, but he controlled his temper. That could be a lot to do with his acting ability, like controlling. And I think that really showcased the first sort of steps for me to think, you know what, we could actually pull this off.
Was that the moment when you thought, after the doubt started to ease? When you
he's a big star and everything like that, and I knew that hitting pads, it's okay, but you want to see him get a whack in the face. But let's have a look at the amount of people that have gone to Thailand and saved up money to go to Thailand and trained in these gyms. It's exactly the same in my eyes. A lot of boxers go to Cuba, and like I said, they come from nothing really, and they save all their pennies along the way, and they go to a place like Cuba. So we didn't go to Cuba and we gets put in an amazing place and a gym. We actually went to the real gyms over there, and it's exactly the same with Thailand, exactly the same with Australia. A lot of them are my friends or connections, and exactly the same. We went to Japan. That is the gym, which is like a big hub for fighters. He got involved in a lesson. He didn't get any special treatment. We arranged the spar, and we told the guys who were sparring, don't be like dancing around, get involved. His first spar, as you can see with Nori just got really comfortable, fine, no problem. They were joking around in the corner because they didn't realise, in their head, everybody else, why is he fighting for? He must be financially secure. He's got all these movies. He's got all these other careers that he's doing. Why does he need to fight? But as you see in the episode, after a few rounds, he gets involved and gets stuck in. As episode 2 and 3 unfolds, and you really find out about him, we go to his home, you see his family, you see like this side to him, which is really good to see, because there's not many actors really out there that open the doors to his house, and especially with children, etc. And you see his family in it, and it's nice to see. But really, I want it to inspire people, because Idris isn't the standard, and this is what I forget the fighting for a minute. He isn't a standard actor. He didn't go to like a posh school and got developed that way into theatre, and he didn't. And that's the inspiration that he's shown here, that he can make himself something. Now the fighting come along, and people can go, oh yeah, well he's got a nice life, and he hasn't. I tell you now, he works damn hard. And even now he's at the top, he's still working damn hard. Like there's another mountain to climb. He hasn't got to the top. He's still. That's how he sees things as an adventurer. So I wanted to inspire people to. It's not just about fighting. It's about a person who's genuine, who can go out and achieve things. In this case, it's kickboxing. And when we started the journey, everybody's going to think Idris Elba is going to get looked after, pampered. That's not what I wanted. It's not what Warren wanted either. We wanted real hardcore training. He was in Double K a lot. He was sparring with the boys. He just jumped in classes. He got whacked. He got beat up. He went to shows all the time. He watched it on YouTube. It was just like a genuine person coming into the gym. And a lot of times, like I said, off camera. The age is great in terms of it shows that he can get himself in fit shape over 12 months, and along with diet and listening and hard training, you can get yourself in a peak condition. If you're medically fit, you can fight. So I wanted to open doors to all different types of people who are older, to show that you can do it. It's not fighting for everyone, but you can go to the gym. It's a friendly place. It's got some gyms got a bad image. You'll find out in this series it's not like that at all. Everybody gets on, even if it's a hard spar afterwards, you touch gloves, normal. So there's that aspect of the age. It also inspiring to see that you can see where he's come from at the beginning, humble background, just a normal background, working class, and he's built himself up. And a lot of fighters come from blue collar backgrounds, and it shows that with some grit and determination you can make it. It also shows that there are times when you want to give up, as you're going to see in later episodes. There are times you want to give up. He wanted to give up. He's human, He wanted to give up. We had to literally come to a sort of crossways or a path, and we had to take another avenue. As you're going to see, there were times where he just wanted to quit and walk away, which is natural. So like I said, the 3 episodes you're going to see a real person who wasn't mollycoddled, and just an inspiration to all. He's an inspiration anyway, because of his background and how he's made himself, but now he's even more of an inspiration because he's kickboxing. He is a novice. He's never fought before. But that's what people forget, and they go, oh yeah, why didn't he fight someone who's had like 50 fights? So that's ridiculous. No, but it's true. People think that, but the task he gets, it gets harder and harder and harder, and his final opponent has had double figures in fights, and with knockouts as well, and he's on YouTube, and you can see it, wins and losses on YouTube, but he's fighting someone who's never had a fight, and that for months, when it was like decided, it was down to 3 or 4 people, and it's like, who do you put him against? You put him against a guy who's had 2 fights. If it wasn't for the TV program, you're fighting a guy who's had 2 fights. You can't fight a guy who's had 11 fights. That's bananas. You wouldn't do it, would you? But as you will see in episode 2 and 3, it just gets better and better and better and better. And my decision at the end of it was final on it and who he's going to fight. And I'm like, you're not fighting him. You've got to fight guys with 2 or 3 fights. But it wasn't a hard enough task. And there were moments that I was like, no, you've got to fight this guy. You can't, But really, as you'll see, as he gets on, he gets better and better and better, and he gets more confident. Not just physically, mentally, everything. And then we made the decision for him to fight a guy with more experience. From
Mike's gym, can we name him? Do you remember the name? I forgot the name.
Lionel Graves.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can mention him there, sure. And like I said, he's no mug. He's no mug. And you will see anyway when he gets announced. That's at Epi 3. You'll see when he gets announced. And you'll see him train. And you'll see that he's genuine.
Yeah. I know it.
Oh, yeah, you know it. You know.
But for those of you out there, especially those of you sort of watching this and aren't as familiar with the world of kickboxing and stuff, people that come out of Mike's gym, they come to fight and they come to take your head off.